I've been called many things in my lifetime. There's no label I haven't encountered that an individual has so frivolously tossed at me. As ignorant and abrupt as their accusations may be, I know the truth, and do not apologize for my actions. My father was killed by a Bloodwolf, more commonly known as the mythological Lycan vampire hybrid. Because of his sacrifice, he took my place as the prey while I fled. At the time, I was young, and I was the only witness, so the attack was ruled out as nothing more than an animal mauling. My mother blamed me for his death, and in her unyielding madness, disowned me and left me to fend for myself. I didn't mind. She would have gotten in my way anyway. Although I'd already dismantled a few beasts before my deeds were noticed, I hastily accepted the offer to become a certified monster hunter. It is an organization observed by the government, and although it isn't secret, we don't go out of our way to make ourselves public. Not that I care. I just want to rid the world of what I volunteered to kill.
He's a violent man.
I'd only been a hunter for a few years, but I easily outclassed my peers. I took on a job as a police officer to help provide for myself, as my profession was payless. I'd my fair share of pathetic complaints and worthless arrests. Criminals are so weak in comparison to trolls and golems, and people whine more than a siren sitting on salt. Relationships had never been an interest to me, but even so, I'm still human. A woman, prey to a banshee, did not question me after I was caught disposing of her stalker. She wasn't afraid, but neither was she thankful. At first, I thought she was interested in my profession, but to my confusion, I realized she was interested in me as a person. I wasn't used to this kind of attention, nor had I ever had a mutual interest in someone like this before. Our time together was sweet, but I promised myself not to let such feelings distract me again.
He completely disregards the feelings of others.
Years had gone by, and the tally of monsters slain stacked immensely. I'd become a highly respected veteran to those who also occupied the same profession, and also a well-renowned detective among my civilian co-workers. For a while, things were stagnant. Arrests, brawls, hunts, kills. The thrill of the hunt had long since died down, and the challenge had become nothing more than simplistic. Basic needs became unnecessary to me, and words spoken were mere wastes of breath. I'd accepted that I was nothing more than a pawn to a chessboard that would easily be removed. However, life enjoys taking an unexpected turn. Detective Lisbeth Jones was assigned to be my partner, and to be frank, she was a gnat to a fruit. No matter my inability to express emotion, nor my tenacity to keep to myself, she pulled me apart piece by piece with ease. It was a game to her, and honestly, I didn't mind afterwards. I still remembered what I'd promised myself many years ago, but this woman was different. She was a refreshing change. We grew close, even after I had acquired my protege, Cassie. Liz and I trusted each other, and we could rely on each other with no concern of being stabbed in the back. Even her suggestion that we take our relationship further, I found to be agreeable. But the past has a cruel way of coming back to you. We'd gotten word of stolen weapons being held by a gang led by Le Barbier. Liz was to go undercover with the gang's notifiable mark and feed us information through her wire so that we could make a quick apprehension of the criminals. But the mission was compromised. He wasn't a Bloodwolf, nor was he the average Lycan. But Timberwolf was no mere masked vigilante. He was touchless as he made quick work of the gang members. Blood outweighed the amount of gunshots and screams. I tried to intervene, as we needed a survivor to interrogate. But he did not take kindly to my actions. I was caught off guard, and I will never forget his words as he held me pinned by inhuman strength.
You can't interrupt me again if you're blind.
It wasn't quick. No. He took his time when he gouged out my right eye. He would have taken the other one, but... The last thing I remembered before blacking out was hearing Liz's gunshots ricochet off of Timberwolf's silver skull as she attempted to aid me. When I came to, she was dead. It didn't take long for me to recover from my injury, and it wasn't difficult to adapt to my disability. I refused counseling and emotional therapy. I didn't need it. I've tracked his hunting patterns, and I've figured out his targets. Timberwolf had slit her throat, all because Liz had Le Barbier's mark. He didn't know she was undercover, but neither did he care. Such is the behavior of a monster. The Bloodwolf that murdered my father may have escaped, but Timberwolf, he should have gouged out both eyes that night. I won't rest until I destroy him by any means necessary.
Stay away from him. He's dangerous.